If you're a solar business that is currently operating inside Australia or any other place in the world, before starting this video, I'm going to make you a promise. The promise is by the end of this video, you're going to have enough information that you can use and apply straight away after watching this video and start to make money straight away. Okay. Now, the other thing that I want to announce before I start this video is that I'm going to be taking on 3 new clients that won't have to pay any upfront cost to me, and I'm going to work with them completely for free and set you up for the pathway of growth and scaling and start to make more money with no set of fees at all. Okay, all you need to do is basically pay for the ads that we run for you. All right. Now, the topics that we're going to be covering inside this video is going to be Facebook ads. Okay, nurturing and selling strategies that we're going to be implementing inside our systems. Okay, and the importance and the usefulness of backend system. Before I start this video, I'm actually going to show you the results that I've gotten for multiple other people. Okay. Now, I have generated over $600,000 for my clients. I have managed over 70K in monthly ad spend for one of my clients, and I am trusted by 54 business owners in multiple different niches. And I've made multiple of hundreds of thousands of dollars in verified revenue for my clients. Okay. One of my clients pay one of my clients one of my clients had the ad spend of $10,000. One of my clients had the ad spend of $10,000 and we generated him $285,000 in just 30 days of working with us. Okay. These are all the results. These are all true. These are all the proofs and results right here. Okay. Now, jumping off of this and getting back to our video, the first thing that I want to cover is why is it hard to actually sell solar in this crowded market? Okay. The main thing is that you are too generic with your offer and with your messaging. Okay. You are way too generic. You are just following the old ways of solar and Facebook ads. Now, in this era, image ads don't work as well as video ads. Okay. And your messaging is way too generic as it used to be a couple of years back. Everything that you do has to change if you're gonna change the situation and start to make more money. Okay. Now, I'm going to be explaining you what type of messaging you should have in your ads on your landing page, what your landing page should look like, what your backend should look like, and how you're going to actually convert these clients. Okay. But in this generation, in 2025, 2024, 2023, people are starting to think that solar is the biggest scam. So that is one of the main problems in the solar market in Australia right now, that they think that solar is a scam. Okay. And the other thing is that a lot of solar businesses are just trying to do a very hard sell. They're not taking the slow way for the lead conversion, from getting the leads to qualifying the leads to nurturing the leads and then converting it. They're going from straight away to getting the leads and getting them on a sales call without even discovering the problems, without even discovering if the solution that you have, which is solar, can even help them out. In which you're wasting a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of ad spend and not even getting the ROI that you deserve. That is exactly why a lot of businesses that are outsourcing Facebook ads and Facebook marketing from other agencies are not seeing results. I'm going to be firstly starting with the Facebook ads, how you should set up your Facebook ads and what your Facebook ads should look like for you to get the highest amount of lead conversion. Okay. Now, starting with the start, what you're gonna have to do is set up your campaign. Okay, I'm gonna be going through this with you guys. I'm gonna set up a new campaign. You are probably gonna just delete this campaign right here. Okay, we're just gonna delete this campaign. All right. So for you to start setting up your campaign, what you're gonna have to do is get to your ads manager, get to the position where it says campaign on your ads manager right here, and then click on create new campaign. Okay. In this selection, our main target is to get more leads for solars. So we're going to be selecting leads and clicking continue. Okay. Now in this section, it's going to ask you if you want to go with what Facebook suggests you as targeting, and the Facebook is basically going to handle most of your targeting, most of your ads, or you want to do it manually, a manual lead campaign. So we're going to be selecting manual because we're going to be doing it ourselves. Okay. Now put whatever name you want for the campaign. It could be test campaign 1. All right. Now for this, you leave that as auction. The campaign objective is to get more leads. All right. There is no other campaign objective that we have. We're going to be looking for an ad set budget, not a campaign budget. Okay. Yeah, that's literally here. Just click next. Then we're going to get to the ad set. We're going to name the ad set, let's say, test ad set 1. All right. We're going to be doing websites and calls. Okay. Now, one of the main things is that a lot of agencies and solar businesses that are running ads right now are using instant forms rather than redirecting the traffic to their website. Okay. Which is not what we are looking for if you want to get the higher conversions. Now, I'm going to dive deep into why and how you should build out your landing page for the highest amount of conversions, not using a lead form. Okay. Now, setting up our ad set, we're just gonna say we're gonna be using websites and calls, all right? And the data set, we don't need nothing on that. We leave that as it is. That is as it is. Okay. We're gonna set our daily budget for the ad set. $50. Okay, I would say minimum of $50 every day and minimum of $1,500 every month you should be spending on your ads. Otherwise, I would say just stop this video and don't even watch it if you don't have that much money to start spending it on your ads and start to see decent amount of results fast. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this up for, let's say, tomorrow 12 a.m. every day. Our ad budget resets, our ad resets. Okay. The rest here stays like this. Advantage audience. What we do here is basically we are targeting people above the age of 30 and 65 plus. All right. For the location, what we're going to be doing is, one thing about this, that you have to have a big audience size. Okay, you have to target very broad. Do not go super deep into the interest. Do not go super deep into the demographics. Okay, because that's going to get you very less conversions, because it's going to be targeting the wrong audience, because our audience is people that are above age of 30, because no one that is 20 years old or 18 years old is going to be having a house, okay, or owning a house. All right, someone is probably 30, 45, 60, 65, 75 is going to be owning a house. So that is our current target audience. And if we go as broad as possible, that will get us the best conversions. And let me tell you why. Because currently the Meta Ads AI has been advanced and it's really amazing. You don't have to put in any interests. It's going to recommend the video to your specific audience and you're going to get the best results. Just go broad as I would say 2 to 3 million minimum and 5 million maximum. 4 to 5 million maximum. Just keep your audience around that. Okay. If someone is in Melbourne or Australia, just literally follow what I'm doing. We'll go Australia, Melbourne, right there. Okay. What we're gonna do is select the diameter of possibly 40 miles. That's gonna give us around 4.2 to 5 million in our audience size, which is good. Okay, but it really depends on where your business is based, if it's local, and how far you can actually go to make the installation of the solars. Okay, so make sure that you can actually go that far to make the installation. So what you can do is basically decrease the diameter. Okay, now this is all you need to do here. Everything else is done. Okay, advantage plus placement has been set. All right, and this is exactly what you need to do. That's literally all there is to do. Okay, now you just basically put a name for your ad. You can say image ad, because I just have an image ad for to run as an example for this video. Just put on your website, google.com. Okay, country code, you can say 61 Australia. See, some random number. Now, once you have done everything that I've told you so far, what you're gonna have to do is click on image ad, put the image or the video that you're actually running the ad for, and then click publish, and that's it for the ads. That's literally it, and start testing it out. You will start to see results. Okay. Now you have the ads done, you're getting the traffic in, but where are you sending the traffic to? Okay, how are we going to actually convert these clients and close these clients? Now let's get to that topic. All right, now this is where your traffic is going to be sent to, and this is the exact system that I use for most of my clients in solar, in the solar most of my clients in the solar this is the exact system that I use for all of the clients in the solar industry to get them a lot of money and a lot of conversion and a lot of ROI in their ad spend. Okay. Now, the reason that we actually convert a lot is because of this qualification method and system right here. Okay. Now, look at the messaging here. Take a second and look. We are not selling them a solar service here. We're not saying buy solar from us, we'll give you 30% discount or 60% discount, or we're talking about government incentives or government rebates so we can make the sale, or we're talking about how environment friendly solar is for, and how environment friendly solar is. Okay, what we are basically doing is promising them a return, promising them that they're gonna know how much they can save on their electric bill monthly using solar, in return of them giving us the information that we want so we can make the initial close and put them into a nurturing and sales and marketing system. Okay, now how this works is basically they come to the website looking to get an estimate of how much they can save on a monthly basis. They say, okay, perfect, I want to see how much I can save. All right, now let's say if they are not owning the house that they are living in, they are renting it, what we're going to do is simply disqualify those clients because we don't want those clients for our, for the clients that we work with. All right, so we would say, sorry, sorry, the solar incentives are only exclusive for homeowners, not renters. And we will tell them, if you are a homeowner, just refresh the page. Okay, now let's say they do own the house itself, they're gonna click, yeah, I do own the house. All right, and we're gonna ask them the information that is required and makes sense to calculate the savings. We're not going to ask them any extra information on if they get enough sunlight on their roof, or if their roof is faced in the right direction, or we're not going to ask them brainless and useless questions. We're going to ask them the questions that can actually be used to qualify these clients. All right, so let's say I'm paying 300 or even let's say $700 in electric bills. Okay, we got the information here. Now my postal code, so they can know where I live, is that, and they ask the address so they can actually analyze if we are in an approved area to get the incentives and the rebates and get the solar installation done. Okay, so that's why we give them a reason to actually get their address. We just don't say, I want your address, just please enter your address here. We give them a reason to actually get the address. Okay, all these wordings, all these small steps are really, really necessary to get the initial sale, to get the initial close, to increase your ROIs and ROAS. Keep that in your mind. Okay, so let's say put on whatever address. Okay, and then what's gonna happen, let's say my name is Naveen, I'm gonna put whatever. Okay, um let's say boom. Okay, we got the name there, we got the email there, we got the number there. Then we can click get my estimate. All right. After that, we will see a thank you message, and we will say your personalized solar saving estimate is on the way. We will send it on SMS on the number that they provided within the next few minutes. Okay. Now, this is the important step. This is the step that we use, and we're not gonna talk much about in this video because that is exactly what makes us the most amount of money. But here is a problem. We won't have all the time, so we can message these clients simultaneously. If you're getting maybe 100 opt-ins every day through our funnel, through our ads, through our website, and we can't really text them all. So what we do basically is use another system, right? So let's say they went through the ad, they liked the ad. Okay, I want to actually know how much I can save on monthly basis on my electric bills, how much I can save on monthly basis on my electric bills, or yearly basis, or how much I can save. They want to know that. They want to get the information from the ad. We will transfer them into the website. Okay, in the website we will show them that, okay, if you want to get a free solar estimate for your home, just fill out the details here, calculate your savings in 30 seconds. It wouldn't take much time. Okay, and we will send them the details on their phone number. All right, we give them a reason to give us their details, and then what we do is we capture the details of the client, and then we send them an SMS follow-up sequence. I'm going to explain you how this works. I'm not going to give the exact steps, exact automations, exact training that I went through with my AI to actually train my AI to make the sale and make the booking, but I'm going to be giving you an idea of how this works. All right, so what this does is basically gathers more information on how and what the client is struggling with and why he wants to save more money on his electric bills. Once we have that information, it's going to be 100 to 200 times more easier to make the sale because we know their problem and we have the exact solution, while simultaneously giving them more information on why solar can actually help solve their problem, so they are informed enough and they know the problem that they have can be solved by the solution that we are providing. Okay, and all of this will be done through AI and by the training that we have given the AI in this industry. All right, now they know about solar, we know about their problem, and they know that the solar can help them out. So this is a very qualified, very hot lead that can be converted in less than a day or two or a week. Okay, now what happens after this is that our AI books them on a call. All right, and you basically make the sale and you make the money through our system. You make the first sale through our system. All right, now usually it takes 2 to 3 weeks, maybe around a week, to actually start to get results and start to make your first bookings in and start to make money, all right, through the system. But in some scenario, you can start with the day one and you can start to see amazing and massive amount of results from day one. Okay, now here is another thing. You have spent the money on your Facebook ads, you have spent the time to make the landing page, you have spent the time to make the follow-up sequence and the automation sequence, which you can easily get it done from zero by hiring someone, and you can show them like, this is what I want done. They can do it for you, they can make the automation for you, and you wouldn't even need my help doing this. All right, you have set up everything, but let's say once you do the meeting, you do not book. But let's say when you book the meeting, you get onto the sales call, you do not actually make the sale because they said, I don't have the money. Okay, they said it's gonna probably, I might think about it in 2 to 3 weeks, or maybe a month or 2 months, and then we lose the sale. Okay, then our ROAS goes down and we don't make money. All right, in that scenario, what we have to do is basically make a slower approach. Go and switch on to a slower approach. Rather than selling it to them in a week or two or a couple of days, we take a slower approach in which we put them into an email nurturing sequence. Because remember, we also have their email, and the email that they will actually look at and actually absorb the information from. All right, now putting them into an email nurturing sequence and what we will do is basically provide them and educate them more about solar and how it can help them solve their problem, slowly warming them up and making them hot enough to make the sale. And let's say they say I might buy in a week or 2 weeks, then after 2 weeks you actually make the sale and they buy from you, right? Or maybe even in 2 months they're ready to buy, they actually make the sale. In this case, because of the email nurturing sequence, because of the system that you put in place, what happens is that your return on investment, your ROAS, skyrockets. Okay, you are not letting the lead go, you're warming it up so you can make the sale in the upcoming future. All right, so you gotta always think smart. Do not give up on a lead if they say they're not interested, or if they say they're gonna take more time to make a couple of decisions. And if they say, okay, I get it, I want to do it, but let's follow up with them in a week. All right. But if you, let's say, do not put them into an email nurturing sequence and you just leave them be alone for 2 weeks, for 2 months, they forget about who you are, they forget about what you can help them with, they forget about everything that you have taught them through SMS, through here, and then you do not make the initial sale. You do not make the money. You do not make the ROAS. And then you start to blame the agency that you work with, or yourself, or the process that you have, and then you start to make less money, and then you close down the business, and then you give up on your dreams, then you give up on your freedom, then you give up on your financial freedom. All right. And my job here is to educate you so you actually succeed and make the money that you want. Right. Now, I've explained you basically everything, from running the ads, from how the website should look like. One more thing about the website that I haven't showed you guys is that it's very simple. Do not put a lot of information in there. Okay, we do not want to confuse the customer. The main thing is for them to opt in here so we can capture their details. All right, just give them enough information on why solar is good, how it can help them. Put down a couple of FAQs, a couple of questions that people ask you when you try to make the initial sale on sales call, or in front of when you talk to them on one-on-one. Put those questions here, put the answer to those questions right here, so you can actually handle the objection pre-call, right? And just show them a bit of results. This is just an example. You can put a bit of results that some people that have to say about you. You can put a couple of customer reviews that you have on Google or anything, so they have a bit more credibility towards you. Okay, and you show them how quick it is and how you actually maintain the privacy when they make the sale and they actually come to you. All right, now here is the main thing. Okay, here is the main thing. At the start of the video, I told you one of the main reasons that you're not making the sale is because you are too generic. Okay, this system exactly, if you use it step by step, puts you into a unique perspective in front of your clients' eyes. All right, because you're not trying to sell them, you're trying to understand them. You're trying to understand their problems first, and then you're saying that I do have a solution that can help you fix the problem, which is electric bill, because they want to know if they can save or how much they can save on a monthly basis. And then you introduce them to your solution, which is solar, with the incentives and the loans and the rebates you have depending on the place that you're in, because it's going to be different for UK, US, Australia, Melbourne, even different states in Australia. It's going to be different. But if you follow this exact messaging type, and if you follow this exact kind of the ad type and kind of the process that I've explained you can make the initial sale. Okay, now one thing that I would want to cover is the ads, what your ads should look like. All right, I would say with your ads, do not be generic. Again, be unique. You can say, we'll promise you electricity and handle the electricity bills for 2 months, 6 months, 3 months. Okay, now you might lose a bit of money in that. You might lose a couple of $100 on that, but what happens is that you actually make the sale. Okay, and in a couple of months, because of they actually trust you and you have given them something in return, with the time that they have spent with you, they stay as a client of yours for a longer period of time. All right. And because of the sacrifice that you have made and the ad spend and the systems that you have used on our websites and the backend systems with the automations and nurturing, you actually confirm and don't give them any chance to say no, and actually stay clients with you for a longer period of time, which at the end of the day helps you make a very profitable business, very profitable solar business, right? Now, for the ads, my only recommendation will be to you to get in front of a camera, speak out your offer, and use that as ad. You don't need to put any fancy editing into it, because people have developed the mindset of if they see fancy editing, it might just be an ad. So if you be casual, normal, and super raw with your videos, you'll have higher conversions. Okay. Now that's basically it for the entire system that we use to close our clients, get them more results, make them hundreds of thousands of dollars, make them and get hundreds and multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars and leads generated revenue for multiple different niches. All right. Now, for the promise that I made, I'm pretty sure you would already know with the information that I've gave you. You can straight away go and implement it out there and start to make more money. All right. But let's say if you want us to do it for you, as I told you, I'm taking on 3 new clients completely for free. We'll set up the entire thing for you. You don't have to pay a penny to me. No upfront cost. All you need to pay is for the ads that we run for you, and you start to make the money maybe in a couple of weeks, mostly in a couple of weeks, and you start to see the results. You start to make the money. That's how easy it is. All right. But here's the thing, I'm only taking on 3 new clients. All right, no more than that. So that's a limited time offer, and if you're someone who's viewing this video, just give it a try. Give me a message on the comments and I'll reach out to you, and we will see if we will be a good fit and working both ways. And if it is, we'll help you out and help you generate more money.